Hello everybody, welcome back to Screen Stars. Time for my review, a bit of a catch-up review of episode 2 and 3 of season 2's The Grand Tour, the Amazon Prime TV show. Love this show. I'm not going to go into great depth on either of the episodes because the best way to enjoy this show is to watch them yourself, especially if you're a fan of these guys. So episode 2 was called The Fall Guys, and this was probably the stronger of the two episodes, I think. And this was, in fact, this season 2 is actually more like the old Top Gear than Top Gear was now. It really, really is very reminiscent of it in a lot of ways. And what we get here is an old traditional race, the kind of which we used to see all the time on the old Top Gear. And we get Clarkson essentially in a Ford GT, brand new one, racing Hammond and May, who were basically using public transport and essentially an aeroplane. And the reason why this makes it a little bit more interesting is the fact that because Hammond had his crash, he was on crutches for this episode. So we got to see a few humorous moments where May was completely ignoring him in his disabilities or completely oblivious to it, or just being plain old mean, really. And Clarkson desperate to win the race in the Ford GT, and it's as much fun as you would expect. These sort of things are usually the races are pretty good, and they're edited and filmed in such a way that it makes it tense till the very end, so you never really know who's going to win till the end. Enjoyable stuff and funny at times, as you would expect. You get the usual conversation street. Again, great chemistry between the guys. And the guests on episode 2 was, as you can see there, it was two guys that like to hit things with bats. So we get Kevin Peterson, the cricketer, and we get a baseball guy whose name escapes me, from America, to see who goes fastest round the new track. So I think overall, it was a good episode, episode 2. Nothing outstanding, but it was fun to be had. Now, episode 3, which was the one that was released on the 22nd of December, was titled Bar Humbugatti. And this was more of a mix of match. It was the Christmas episode, and we got on this episode, we got James May racing some lads in a skateboard, on skateboards, in a Kia Stinger. We got lunchtime racing around a business park, which was quite amusing. We got the usual Christmas themed Christmas present section at the Conversation Street, which I thought the Christmas theme show on the last series was much better than this. It was a pretty tame Christmas show, this one. A couple of jokes, a couple of amusing presents giving to each other, and the best part of this episode was the stuff where they were chatting around the table. It was very, very funny, as you would expect. Again, great chemistry. The two people racing this week were two bear owners, kind of thing. So we had Hugh Bonneville from the Paddington movies and a guy from America who actually has a bear who lives with him, a real full life bear who owns a bear sanctuary, and we had to see who was fastest around the track this week. A bit more, I actually enjoyed this a bit more than last week's, in regards to the two celebrities, well, two personalities racing around the track. And then to finish this episode off, we had Clarkson in his passion, the Bugatti, the brand new Bugatti Veyron, again travelling across Europe. It was filmed beautifully. The car looked fantastic, and this is everyone's fantasy car, in it, the Bugatti Veyron. And once again, Clarkson's quite easily cooing over this one, as he's done every Bugatti really, and it's kind of a tradition when one of these new Bugatti come out that they do a piece on one. So yeah, two decent episodes. I enjoyed episode 2 more than episode 3, but none of them are poor. But I thought I was a bit let down with the Christmas episode this year. It wasn't, I don't think, nowhere near as good as last year's the Christmas episode. But yeah, keep it coming, guys.